Derrick from Derrick Reptiles. What's up, buddy?
What's up, brother?
How are you?
I can't complain, man. What's the deal?
A lot of things have happened throughout the last year, if not longer. You have stayed, I would say, relevant in some sense as far as what's going on as far as growth. I mean, your YouTube channel, like, you know, before we get into things, has, you know, I had no choice but to see what was going on with you. And I'm saying, man, you've been grinding. I want to know what it was that even drew you into the industry, or even drew you to my podcast and other people's podcasts. Let's get to that.
Started buying reptiles. I made a little man cave in my apartment. And, you know, I told my wife I'm either going to get a spider or a snake. And she's like, you know, no spiders. I could probably tolerate snakes. So I started, you know, acquiring reptiles. And I decided to make a YouTube. So I'm like, you know what? I want to make a YouTube. You know, I want to make a YouTube. I want to have fun, get monetized, and get a plaque. So I made a YouTube. And I was like, okay, I like this podcast stuff. I said, you know what? I'm going to start doing podcasts. I said, I'm going to start watching podcasts. Maybe one day I'll start mine. I was working towards getting monetized, and podcast was kind of like an easy way of getting watch time. So I started watching podcasts. I will watch theirs. I will watch yours. And not just their podcasts, I also watched their content. They were doing, they were feeding their animals, you know. So I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'll do this too, because it's working for them.
Live feedings, right?
They're doing live feeding. Still new to the hobby. I didn't understand, you know, how bad the stuff could be. But I was like, you know what? I want the basis of my channel to be me feeding my animals and then just doing podcasts.
The sensational shit does get attention. And I mean, I'm trying to grow, right? And mind you, you're always trying to figure out social media. Like, I don't care who you are. You're trying to figure out what you got to do to grow. Like where are the gaps, right? So I started posting lives, but as I got really close to Forrest called me and said, MJ, do me a favor, stop posting lives. And I was like, what? Why? I was like, and mind you, bro, I don't like seeing the rat get choked and consumed. Like I was just doing it because I know the videos were good. But mind you, some people are into that shit. It just wasn't me. But anyways, I was trying to do this solely off the content. But Forrest, one conversation he had with me, I thought to myself, I'm good. You know, the way he told me, I don't know if it was just the way it came out, but I was like, I don't need to do a live feeding ever again. And I stopped.
I didn't notice it for a while because I don't know whether people looked or watched or whatever, but I didn't know. I really didn't notice it until Kevin put those 2 videos out about me.
What was it that made you like hang up the phone on certain people? Like you hung up the phone on me pretty quick when I tried talking to you and other people from what I've heard. So
I think you got it wrong.
You sure about that? You sure about that?
So I actually did listen. If you go back and you watch Nerd's first video, I think Donny says it. He says he started deleting some of his videos because he started losing sponsors. That wasn't why I deleted my videos. So I actually had 4 phone calls, and I'll tell you the reason why I stopped. I kept doing live feedings. So you know, people start calling me, and then I had a phone call from Kevin, which I just didn't like. I'm the type of person, with me, you catch more flies with sugar than shit. If you have to use tack, you have to be nice, and not just that. I'm kind of the person that, you know, if I see somebody I don't like what they're doing, I'm gonna present an alternative. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I told Kevin. Like, we had a phone call, but you were like, you're doing X, Y, Z.
Stop. I'm gonna stop you right now, because if I hear cap, I'm not gonna allow you to continue. I came at you telling you and dude, you know, I'm a hothead as it is, but I came at you very calm and telling you, dude, what you're doing, I used to do. And
yeah, I was just stubborn.
Message.
I was telling you from a place of experience. What you're doing, I used to do because I saw the fucking views go up. But people I really respect and love, whatever they told me means something to me. You were like, all right. And then you hung up on me. I remember talking to Uncle Mike after that, and I'm like, he doesn't want to take shit down. And I went, and the feeding videos continued. You didn't stop and start delete. That wasn't that soon.
I was monetized. But the monetization is not the point.
You weren't making that much money. You weren't making that much money, though. Even with the shorts and all that, that ain't that much money. I know how much shorts pay. They don't pay you shit.
I agree, but even still, I'm not talking about the money. I'm talking about I was being stubborn. I'm agreeing with you. I had a phone call with you. I was being stubborn. I did delete some of them, but I didn't stop. I had a phone call with Kevin. It didn't go as well. And I said, with Kevin, he didn't approach me with tact. He was like, he even said it. I like to argue. I like to debate. I like to do this. And you can't, you know, you have to approach someone with tact is what I was trying to say. I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about Kevin.
A lot of people kind of turn their backs on you to where you had no choice but to do your own thing. And Derrick Reptiles started doing his own thing. All right. What was crazy though, this is where it kind of didn't work out for you, because You figured out the fucking short game and the animal feeding to take it off. That's where all your views came from. But then you were also trying to do a podcast on top of that, right? Which if you were smart enough, bro, I mean, not that it's hard for people to know that, but you would have done podcasts on a whole nother channel. You've had some good fucking guests on your show, right?
I appreciate that.
So let's talk about when you decided to fully take down all the live feeding videos. When did that happen?
So Nerd put out they put out 2 videos. Keep in mind, I'm still getting the guests. But and I explained this in a video I put out a couple days ago. What Kevin didn't understand, I think that the videos that he put out were a little preemptive or early, because not necessarily, I know you called me, I know Brian called me, but sometimes you could be stubborn, you could be hard-headed, and it's going to take, sometimes it might take 5 people, sometimes it might take 10 people, sometimes it may take 20 people. So what I enjoy when I was doing my podcast, I would talk to these people online, and I'll also talk to them offline. How do you feel about this? What do you think about this? It could take 5 people to tell me something, and I'm like, okay, well, you know what? These people really don't like this shit. And I said, you know what? I evaluated my channel. I said, you know what? These nerd has put these 2 videos about me, and then I start checking my comments. You know, it went from this is a cool video to where Nerd had like 500,000 followers. Yeah. And if you get 10% of that to come to your channel, you start getting all these comments. They're negative. You're a piece of shit. You're worthless. Why are you doing this? I don't want people to come to my channel and be pissed. I've been deleting these videos. I'm not going to put them out no more. It took time. It wasn't an overnight thing.
You also said that you don't want to go to a show and have people be like, oh, there's a live feeding video guy. At the end of the day, like, we could all do live feeding videos. Like, you haven't done anything that unique, right? But mind you, also, like, I got to tell you, you know, I did kind of dabble with the other live feeding videos, and you figured something else different. Like you found good way to pick up traction on however way you did it. And that could be something else. Derrick did send me these real quick just so we could kind of peep them out. But I don't know if you guys could see it, but I do see like the bottom one started at 530,000, 645,000, 630,000, or sorry, 763,000. And then, yeah, they just kept going up. It literally went to 900,000 to 1 million, then 1 million to 8.9, almost 9 million, just under 9 million.
I want to apologize to people because, like I said, when you're getting millions and millions of views, it's addicting, and it can become like a drug.
I mean, especially, and no offense, Derrick, especially if you're not in this for the right reason. And I'm not saying you're not, but like, you know, think about when I had all these people at the beginning of this year wanting to come at me. At the end of the day, try to talk all the shit you want about me, but look at my animals. Like, I'm here because I'm in the reptile industry. Like, that's why I'm here. I started that because of the animals. I didn't start this because of the podcast and all that. So all this podcast shit comes second, if not after all this shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you, like, and I made I made good relationship before podcast even started. I had homies and shit that people were putting me on. So it was all about growing in the animal game. For you, it was really all about growing on YouTube. And Barczyk at one point, you know, when he had snake bites, how do you think people felt about snakes biting him?
People didn't like that shit. Yeah.
They were, especially when he was blowing. They didn't really care until he started blowing up. Once he started, and doesn't that sound familiar, right? Once you start blowing up, people are like, "Ooh, the fuck? Why is he doing that?" So you're always gonna find people saying you're copping out when you're blowing up, right? But in a sense, Brian even says, he's like, that was an era that I'm no longer doing. He got to change, right? And mind you, there's still people who don't like Brian. They don't give a fuck that he's changed. I've sat here on so many podcasts of mine saying that Brian's Reptarium is the nicest private zoo I've ever been in, and people don't give a fuck. It's one ear out the other. So I want to know how it feels right now to be in this position. You know, we could kind of get into this now. You know, here you are. We talk about which would you go left or right with the fork in the road. You choose the right way. You want to be a part of the industry and just make good content that's educational, not anything with live feeding videos. But yet here we have Donny telling people not to support you. Basically, cancellation type behavior coming from him. Correct me if I'm wrong. Seems like he wants to erase you out of the industry based off your past. And I don't know how that is sitting in your head right now. Like, how does that feel when you've made a change and we're talking about all the things that you're doing, but yet it's not good enough for somebody who has in charge of such a big platform? You know what I mean? That's what gives Donny power, is that he's in charge of Nerd's platform. If you took that away from Donny, is nobody. He is nobody. It's also a scary thing because what you're going through.
It's kind of depressing because, don't get me wrong, you know, the shit that, you know, when it comes to live feeding, you know, when you're just doing it, you're trying to grow your channel, and you're not thinking about the future. And then when you actually start thinking about it, like, okay, maybe I don't have to do live feedings, and you try to change it, and somebody like kicks you down, it's frustrating to wanna make a change, and somebody still kick you when you down. It's just frustrating.
Is it affecting your home? Like, I mean, is your wife seeing you sad and stuff like that?
So I'll be honest, we had a reptile expo on Sunday, and I was so excited to go. And I seen that Donny put a video out on Instagram, and it just ruined my whole mood to where I didn't even go. And my wife kind of tried to brighten my day, so she was like, you know what, you're off this day. We're gonna go hit up some reptile shops, and just look at some cool animals. So she tried to make me feel a little better.
What a real one. What's your wife's name?
Brianna.
Shout out to Brianna. Shout out to all the other significant others, the other halves. That's what it's all about, man. You know, there's people out there who don't even have that shit, bro. Obviously, you came out with the video. Was it yesterday you dropped that video? As far as and what made you want to drop the video so soon versus waiting to hear what Donny had to say?
Because I hit up a lot of people that I look up to, and one particular person told me just make the video and lay it all out on the line. Just be honest, tell the truth. Like right now, I'll apologize to anybody that I offended. You know, offending people was never my intentions. I just wanted to have fun and grow my YouTube. I love reptiles. I love watching them eat. Does that make me a monster? No. I love watching my snakes drink water. I love watching my snakes crawl around their enclosure. I watch, and Donny will probably snippet this shit out and make me look like a monster, but I love watching my snakes eat. I love watching them drink water. I love watching them crawl around their enclosure. You know, I don't have to make content of them killing something, because like I said, there's so many other things that I could do, and I just decided to focus on that. And
let me tell you, why do you think people stop doing YouTube? Because they don't get their views. People tank all the time, bro. How many people start with that energy? I'm gonna start a YouTube channel, I'm gonna start a podcast, and then within a year, gone. How did you figure out the shorts? Who put you on game with the shorts?
Nobody watches long content unless you're already big time. Shorts, YouTube was pushing. When shorts first came out, I started pushing them because YouTube was pushing them to compete with Instagram Reels, to compete with Snapchat. I call it fast food media. People want their content quick. So if you're a YouTuber, you have to utilize everything. You have to utilize short form content, long form content. You have to utilize everything. So I just start putting out quick shorts, and it just start taking off.
Currently in your collection now, like what do you have all going on in your own personal collection?
I live in an apartment. I don't really, you know, have a lot of stuff. Like, it blows my mind when people are like, I got 700 animals. I'm just like, what the fuck? That's a lot of animals. So, but I mean, I have, let's see, in my collection right now, I don't have a lot, you know, the most expensive animals, but I have Amazon tree boa, Savannah monitor, corn snake, children's python, king snake, Pac-Man frog, red-tailed boa, ball python, and just a rat collar.
I have you spread out. You got a little bit of everything. I didn't think I was going to get to over 200 animals. Like I didn't ever think I was going to. It just happened that way, right? But also, there's people who don't even want to get close to that, but they want to fuck with mostly everything. Well, dude, here's a good point right here. What Derrick's doing. I mean, come on, let's talk about how cool it is having that Savannah. Like,
I never thought I'd get a monitor. I lucked up into it. You know, I see everybody with monitors. I don't even really tell people I got a monitor because it's a Savannah and it's a beginner monitor, right? So
not even Savannah's not that beginner, bro. I mean, Savannahs could get big and they could, but it's still something different from a snake, completely different.
Yeah, I love my Savannah, man. It's dope watching it grow. It's growing super fast. I ultimately got it because I wanted to train it to where it'll crawl on my leg and get some food off some tongue. I want to get your opinion. I know you kind of talked to me a couple days ago, but what do you think I should do? First play Donny's video. Can you go to Instagram and play Donny's video for your people?
Unfortunately, I need to make this video because I'm seeing someone on Instagram getting some followers from people I truly respect, and I believe those people don't know what this guy's all about. This is Derrick's Reptiles, and he's an absolute psychopath and lacks any empathy for animals, and I can prove it because before he deleted all of his content off of his channel, I recorded it all. But if we take a gander over at your YouTube channel, we can see some really cool thumbnails and titles here. Oh, and I'm not going to forget about all the creepy comments that I see you leave on all of the worst live feeding videos. By the way, we're going to be visiting these terrible videos on the screen right now because they are the most unsettling videos I've ever encountered. honestly, if you're following him right now, I'm not mad at you. I'm just trying to warn you. So do yourself a favor.
You ready to hear it?
Yeah.
You're getting good marketing right now because of this. Maybe it's not from the best crowd, but at the end of the day, people aren't as dumb as we want to think they are. They're going to start putting 2 and 2 together. I could tell you right now, I've said enough about you doing live feeding videos to where enough people now know that you don't do live feeding videos. I talk to people personally who now respect you. I talk to people personally who are actually relevant. We're talking about people who are in the industry, what you're trying to do. I'm saying your goal of why you stopped feeding videos worked. Okay. You have a company that has so many shit stains on it. Like literally it baffles me how Donny has the balls to continue to go after people when he should go after Nerd himself. But obviously that's never going to happen because Nerd pays him. Okay. It's really unfair, biased shit that these people do. They've been doing it for years, especially when, obviously it all picked up when Donny, but Nerd's game plan is to fucking make sure none of the light is on their shit stains, and they want to make sure all the light's on other people's shit stains. They are fucking so guilty with disgusting shit. And I talk to people firsthand. These are people I trust enough to where I will say what I'm saying without ever visiting Nerd, because I already know. I've talked to the closest people who worked at Nerd. I know it, motherfuckers. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, you got to look at it like this, okay? And you know what? The people who are trying to cancel me, I don't see you as far as that bottom feeding. I don't see you as that, because you know why? You grow, you evolve. You're doing something where you are separating yourself than you were the day before, okay? So you cannot, Derrick, let something like fucking Donny, okay? You can't let fucking Donny get to you at all, because at the end of the day, Donny has no relevancy to the reptiles whatsoever. He fucking will say his girlfriend will have reptiles. Okay, cool, good cover up. But motherfucker, that doesn't mean you really care about reptiles. And in my heart, I don't think he does. Say what you want. Come at me, Donny. I'm ready. But you don't give a fuck. Because if you gave a fuck about the reptiles, you would stop what you're doing, going after people, and fucking have Kevin fix his shit. You would stop going after people and make sure your own home, where you talk shit at, make sure that, because like I said, what saved me, bro, first and foremost, you gotta want to get canceled to be canceled. Second, go ahead and talk shit about me, but you can't talk shit about my animals. That ain't the same type of energy with Nerd. Nerd, mind you, Kevin is a goat, bro. Kevin, I can't take away the things that man's done, but sorry, we're in 2023 now, okay? You're not on that same GOAT level, buddy, unfortunately, because you're sending fake United States Captain Born Emeralds to my friends, and you're also fucking other people over to the point where you have to get attorneys to get them to want to make it right. All right? So you need to stop giving a fuck right now about Nerd or Donny. These fuckers are only going to make you even more famous now because of this. This is a huge W for you, Derrick, only because you made the change. You're not here doing, and you did it for the right reason. You did it because you want to become liked within the reptile industry. You love animals. You fuck with the reptiles. There's proof of this. Okay, so at the end of the day, Derrick, you are winning, buddy. That's all I got to say. You're positive, winning. You're growing, winning. The only thing you need to win on is not give this shit attention. You put the video out already. It is what it is. But honestly, bro, break the wrist and walk away. Fuck Nerd, fuck Donny, fuck whatever those guys say. They don't pay your bills, bro. They don't pay your fucking bills, okay? They can barely pay their bills. That's from what I heard. So don't give a fuck about somebody who's crumbling, okay? Misery wants company, okay?
Yeah.
Everybody knows Nerd's fucking hurting. That's a fact. That is not a secret.
Live feeding, they bring so much negativity.
You made a mistake, bro. You made a fucking mistake.
I don't want, negativity. I don't want to go to war with Nerd. I just want to be positive and do my own thing. Like I do my podcast and I do reaction videos. And I never would have thought that I like reaction videos, but that's the path I'm on now. And don't get me wrong, he'll probably say, well, look, he watched this video. I watch whatever I want. That's my business. At the end of the day, I'm not putting it on my channel. I'm not giving it to the public.
You know what's crazy? I think this is a fucking tactic to get a lot of pressure off Nerd, because Nerd's getting fucking heat for not really coming at Samson when he should have and all this other shit, right? And again, like, you either got to be stupid or desperate as fuck to make Derrick Reptiles a piece of content on your platform again. Like, that's not what Nerd needs, dude. Are you kidding me? Like, but dude, but mind you, this is kind of fucking, isn't this weird? Where do you think nerds get all their views from?
Kind of the controversial videos when they go after people.
Right? And at the end of the day, they got to make what they got to make. It's almost the same thing of your live feeding videos. It's almost the same fucking thing. You did live feeding videos because that's what grew your channel.
Yeah.
You didn't care what anyone else, I mean, not that you didn't care, but in your head, you're like, I need to grow. I need to grow. Donny gets paid to grow that channel. That is why he gets paid. No growth, no dinero. You see what I'm saying? It's all about the numbers. This is just one entity of you. Like, and then we have, you know, other prehistoric death type YouTubers and like other shit where they're just so desperate for content. You are sucked into this desperate piece of content right now because you
fucking sucks, bro.
It sucks, but bro, it's gonna be okay, buddy. Everything gonna see all right. You're gonna be just fine. I'm telling you right now, 130 fucking people in the building. I guarantee they're all rocking with you, bro, because you made the change. It'd be one thing, Derrick, if you every now and then dropped another fucking feeding video just to get that 9 milli. You know what I mean? But you sacrificed it. You threw it out the window. I don't see what the fuck the problem is. Why are we still coming at this man? Why? You know what I mean? We should be coming after people who are neglectors. Fucking, you know, the real pieces of shit. I'm just saying there's bigger fishes to fry out there. You're not even a fish to fry. You're not doing anything wrong. You fix what you had to fix. Why can't we just keep it moving? This is super, super desperate content. And like I said, it's not going to make them look any better other than because, you know, nerds have their minions. Nerd has their fans that also aren't really connected to the reptile industry. If you really go watch all these people who comment fucked up shit on Nerd, they're just fucking either Twitchers or they're not one of us. They're not. And it's kind of the same way the live feeding video communities are. Like you had a community of people on YouTube that really weren't industry people. They were just on YouTube watching this, and this is cool. Like,
it's frustrating because, like I said, every time he fucking puts a video out, I get 50,000 people. I mean, I get thousands of people that come to my channel and just say bad shit. And it's like, that's not what I'm on YouTube for. I want you to come to my channel and have fun and enjoy the videos.
You said this shit wears you out. Like, you know, you're not even trying to be negative, and this shit is just draining you. And honestly, I got what I asked for. You know, I didn't give a fuck, and I showed that. You're over here saying, I don't want problems. I just want
at all.
Yeah, and that's, dude, there we go. Like, why are you coming after this guy, dude? I haven't talked shit about you in a long time, ever since Levi. Shout out to Levi. FTL Levi told me, MJ, just so you know, like, Derrick promised me he's gonna stop. And I didn't believe it. And ever since he told me that, I was like, I'm gonna pay attention. So I think like every other week or something, I would just go to your channel and I saw that it stopped. And I was like, damn, this dude's stopping. And then I remember you coming in the live chats, letting people know, like, hey, I don't do that shit no more, you know, just letting you guys know. Yeah. And you know, time fixes everything, bro. And you know what? You could do the worst thing in this industry, obviously. You could do the most piece of shit thing in this industry and still be here if you want to be here. But I know you don't want this kind of negative timing. You just want to enjoy your time. And I really hope this show helps you get there quicker. Because like I said, man, I try to keep this podcast only relevant with people who fuck with the real reptile industry people. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I hope a lot of people hear what you had to say tonight. I just want you to continue. Don't stop. You've already come this far. And you know what? You might figure something else out to get that shit rolling again. You never know.
My wife uplifted my spirits, and not just my wife. I want to say thank you to the reptile community because a lot of people reached out to me and said, keep your head up, bro.
You're good at the end of the day, man. You're going to be all right.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate you having me come on here, man.
I want to give you some hot seat questions if you're cool with that, and we'll let you enjoy the record. All right?
I'm done.
All right, guys, listen. Get the likes up for Derrick. This was a great podcast, and this is huge progression, me and you.
I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, this is great. And honestly, obviously won't be the only time, probably. We'll get you back on the show sometime and just grow together, bro. How does that sound?
I love it, bro.
Hot seat questions, frozen thought or live?
Frozen thought all the way.
Would you ever cut a ball python egg, or will you never cut a ball python egg?
I'm not a breeder, but if I did, I probably would because I'm anxious.
Favorite arboreal snake?
Oh, Amazon tree bull all the way.
red chondro neo or yellow chondro neo, if you had to pick.
Yellow.
One reptile show you would like to attend.
I'd love to go to what's the one in Chicago? Tinley?
Tinley, NARBC Tinley. Yay imports or boo imports?
No imports.
If you could import one animal to your collection,
I could get any animal I want. I'd love to have like a king cobra.
spray or miss a snake, or to never spray or miss a snake?
Oh yeah, you gotta miss. It just depends on what snake it is, but you gotta spray them. Oh yeah.
Yay sports or boo sports?
I'm not really a sports person.
Steak or fish?
Fish.
Favorite fish to eat?
I love catfish.
You catfish, like fried or what? How do you like it prepared?
I like southern down home fried catfish.
Favorite genre of music?
Hip hop.
Favorite East Coast rap group of all time?
Hold on, I get my I'm tired. I'm at work. I get my direction. East Coast is where you at, right? California.
Oh, West Coast, bro.
Oh shit, the West Coast. Because I'm talking about wherever Pocket Biggie and all this.
Little word association. First thing to come to mind: snake breeder,
Snake breeder, Ozzy.
milk,
No.
cocoa,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
substrate,
Yeah. I love to get substrate. We need it.
stuck shed,
Hell no.
Instagram trolls.
Screw them.
What would be your message to all the nerd minions out there right now, Derrick?
If you're listening, like I know you hate me, and you have every right to. Like I was doing something that you know upset a lot of people. And by no means am I shitting on people that do it. That's irrelevant to me. I'm talking about me myself. You know, I apologize to anybody that I offended. For my YouTube, I just want positivity, no negativity. Please don't come to my YouTube because I'm sure Donny's gonna drop a video. Please don't come to my YouTube cussing me out. I don't do that live feeding shit no more. You know, I don't care how Donny twisted shit. I don't do it no more.
There you have it. And listen, time flies, bro. And I gotta tell you right now, the only thing I think this is gonna do is help you grow for sure. But we had over 130 people tapped in tonight, Derrick, all showing you love. What do you have to say to all your supporters out there, your wife, anyone out there rocking with you, man? What you got to say to them?
First off, shout out to my old crew. Whether or not I do what y'all do, I don't care. Much love to all y'all.
Yeah,
much love to the people in the chats. I love all y'all. If I offended any of y'all, I apologize. I'm human. I'm trying to change my ways, but people don't change overnight. You got to make steps. You got to take steps. You know, it's not just an instant thing. You got to one thing at a time. You know, my goal is just to be better than I was yesterday, and I appreciate y'all for being here. I love y'all.
See at the top, buddy. Everyone give it up for Derrick Reptiles, ladies and gentlemen. It's a wrap. Keep doing your thing, bro. We'll talk soon, okay?
Take it easy, brother.
There you have it. Derrick Reptiles, episode 365 in the books. Someone's talking shit about you, coming at you. Look at the person. Look who's coming at you, first and foremost, before you kind of get in your own head and you're like, what is happening? Look at the situation. Who's coming at me? It's how there's a live feeding community out there in the reptile industry or YouTube world. There's a drama community. Like there's people who just love to see this shit. There's just people who will come from the woodworks just to see someone burn. And I'm not cool with this happening to Derrick. Again, I feel bad because this guy was always a genuine supporter of mine, always cool to me, very positive. I never gave him the time of day. I was a dick. I'll be honest. I was a dick to Derrick. Let them on red all the time. And was just that, you know, I just don't got time for you type of guy, you know? And he was just always nice. And so I felt like I could have kind of hung in there longer with him, especially when, like, you know, Uncle Mike and other people were like, hey man, what's up with this? You know? But you know, he admitted, like, you gotta understand, this guy was a man to admit that the views and all that shit, man, is so intriguing and addicting, and you're just like, fuck, like, I mean, come on, millions of views like that. If you're not in this for the right reason, that shit's gonna take over. And that's what happened to him in a sense. You know, I have so much going on here where I'm just like, I'm busy, dude. Like I got so much exciting stuff happening here. I'm not saying Derrick doesn't have exciting stuff happening at home, but he really relies on the content. That's his number one. Content comes number one for Derrick. Not in my world. Fuck no. So I will always stay organic. I will always stay, but I always try to find how to grow too. You know what I mean? Obviously you guys see that I touch more on stuff that needs to be touched on, as far as, you know, I guess you could label it as drama. It is what it is, but we're fucking human. Say what you want, but drama is a part of being a human. All right. And some of it needs to be discussed. Some of it needs to be aired out. As long as it's, you know, I feel like it should be mutually agreed on. I think a lot of this shit of people exposing people, I think it's horseshit unless you have the other person on. I think if you really want to get down to why someone's doing something, don't do it unless that person's willing to come on the show with you. How about that? And you guys are amazing. All my subscribers, my Patreon members, people who support what I've been doing, you guys are beautiful. You're amazing. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate all the love and support. Have a good night. See you at the top. I'm out. Cheers. Thank you for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. That way you're on top of every single vlog I drop here on this YouTube channel. If you're looking for exclusive content, please click the very first link you see in the description below. Join the Trap Talk Patreon family. As soon as you join the Patreon family, you get a link to the Discord, which will tap you in with over 165 trappers. I'll catch you guys here next week, and I'm out. Cheers.